Radio Texas, live with Buddy Logan.
A big happy birthday to Co Wetzel, celebrating his 28th earlier this week, kicking off Radio Texas live tonight. Download our app, free for you, free for Co's birthday, free for everybody. Search Radio Texas Live in your app store or Google Play and get it tonight, free, courtesy of Co. Randall King will be hanging out with us coming up 7 minutes, guys. He's got a new single out. We'll debut it first. Aaron Watson, here's Whisper My Name.
Life was easy.
Randall King, She Gone on Radio Texas Live. It's Buddy Logan, and our guest tonight has got his spot among fellow Texas country natives. Cody Johnson, Aaron Watson, John Wolf, Josh Ward, and more secured. His 2018 self-titled, self-produced album is a big old fat treat for anyone who loves country music in the 90s, especially folks like me. To us, the 90s are country music. Randall King, how you holding up, man?
I'm doing great, brother. How are you doing?
Doing good. It's a go-to question in this post-COVID world we live in. But during the lockdown, or even now, being unable to play as many gigs as you would like, have you dove into any new hobbies or dug deeper into some, or maybe written some solid country gold songs for us?
I've kind of done all the above.
Yeah.
Man, I love cooking. I've been experimenting with how to do different things as far as cooking goes. And I got some CDs, been riding CDs, been fishing, and of course, always riding songs, man.
Catch any big fish?
Yeah. So me and my dad, we do jug lines out there at Lake Texoma. It's like a trout line, but it's a floating trout line.
Uh-huh.
And we run those probably about between 20 to 30 lines. We did 2 different trips. We did 10 days and caught a 42-pounder, 27-pounder. We caught probably about 120 fish. It's pretty good, dude.
Nice, man. Randall King with us tonight. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Randall, we were just talking a minute ago, and you say that you have written some new songs in the lockdown or while you're not touring as much. What's a good one? Anything that you really like?
Man, I wrote one with Martin Nestler and Tony Martin, the guys that wrote Just to See You Smile. And
nice.
It's pretty good, man. It's about an old boy coming home late, and woman's tired of it. It's called She's Gonna Kill Me. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It's kind of Western swing. It's a lot of fun.
I'm going to hear that. Randall King on with us. Randall, we're going to debut your new single, Hey Cowgirl, tonight. But first, how about an album cut from your 2018 self-titled album? Let's do Keep Her on the Line, one of my favorites off of it.
Oh, man.
And
That's
I know
my favorite.
It's a great one, right? And Randall, I know you've always got a story to tell about your songs. Tell us something about Keep Her on the Line.
I wrote that with a guy named Brandon Kinney, and me and Brandon, we've written a lot together. We got some songs from me and Brandon coming out on the next batch of EPs, and we just wrote that song. We sat down. It's one of the first times we ever wrote together. I had the idea and the melody for Keep Her on the Line, and we sat there and wrote it out. Like I love story songs, man. You know, like Brad Paisley was always great with story songs, and I felt like that's what this was, man. And that's what I always loved about country music is you're hearing the story that's telling it, man. Just holding on to love as long as you can.
I dig it. Let's spin it. Keep Her on the Line from Randall King. We got more with Randall coming up.
Radio Texas, live with Buddy Logan.
Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Randall King hanging out with us. Randall, you did a pretty cool series online. It was called Songs That Built Me, and it was where you sang songs that inspire you, songs that you like, lyrics that you enjoyed. You did a lot. You covered a lot of ground in it. You did some Alan Jackson, Eli Young Band, but your cover of William Clark Green's Dead or in Jail was phenomenal, man.
Thank you, man. We used to play that song when we first started playing in the scene, man. You know, we come from Lubbock, and Will was one of the first Texas country bands I ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first Texas country artists I really ever sat down and talked with. Man, Will's just phenomenal. He's a great person. He's over the top nice. God, dude, I love the guy to death.
Great guy.
And I love that song, man. That whole record, the Rose Queen album, it smoked, man. It was good.
I'm a huge fan of Dead or in Jail. Your version of Dead or in Jail, his is more of like a campy, like fun, running around song. When you do it, it's still that way, but it's a lot more country. And it might just be your voice.
Yeah. I would imagine it's just a voice. But,
Yeah.
I can't help it, man. It's who I am.
It's just who you are.
I love that song, man. We did 5 episodes on the Songs That Build Me. You can find it on my Instagram or my Facebook. I thought it was a great series, man. You know, there's so many ways of explaining what makes an artist who they are. Those episodes really dig deep into my personal life and how I grew up and the songs that define me. And it's not just one set, you know. I mean, I grew up on old school traditional country, but love some of the pop stuff that's going on. I love some of the rap stuff. I mean, I love Post Malone, man. So
right. Good music is good music.
I just love music.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So Randall, I'm thinking this. What if we played William Clark Green's Dead or in Jail? No. Your version of William Clark Green's Dead or in Jail live from your Songs That Built Me series.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Knock it out of the park, dude. Hell yeah. Come on.
All right. Let's do it. Randall King singing William Clark Green's Dead or in Jail.
RTX Live with Buddy Logan.
I'm a little crazy, a little out of my head. They told me only take one, I took two instead. There's some preacher on a corner, he yelling at me. I got a pocket full of chitlins and some collard greens.
Hard to believe, Randall, but it's now been over 2 years since Garth Brooks said this about you. Quote, "This kid is what country music is all about." End quote. You guys have written together, and a song that you two wrote, "The Road I'm On," is the title of his documentary, which you can now watch on Netflix.
Yeah. How cool is it to have somebody that you grew up listening to and admire so much? Absolutely appreciate. Just give you that kind of credit, man. I mean, it's a credit to his character and his nature. To be the biggest superstar in country music worldwide, I mean, the most selling country artist of all time.
Right.
Reach his hand down and give you that kind of help and love is just, man, it's incredible, dude. He's incredibly humble, incredibly kind. I'm proud to have written a couple songs with him.
You guys have written songs together, and you also basically opened up his drive-in concert. What was that, a few weeks ago?
Yeah. He played 6 of my music videos to kick off his show. So essentially, my 6 music videos opened the show for Garth.
You opened up for Garth at drive-ins across America, and you know the number, right? It was over 350,000 people watching.
Yes, sir.
350,000
people and drive-ins all across America, Canada as well, man.
From the tweet that you sent out afterwards, I kind of thought maybe you were surprised by it. Did you know it was happening? Did you know he was going to play your videos before the show?
He had reached out and mentioned that they were thinking about doing it. But there's always complications with it all, and there's always a chance that it doesn't happen. So
Sure.
We kept our mouth shut and just kind of waited to see. And I thought it was only supposed to be 2 to 3 at most. And dude, he sat there and played 6 of them. He played the 3 singles that we dropped out: "Burning at Both Ends," "Hey Cowgirl," and "She Gone." And then he went into some of my older stuff, and he did "Mirror Mirror," "Another Bullet," and "Taking Me a Heartbreak."
So awesome. Randall King with us. Let's do Taking Me a Heartbreak. More with Randall King next.
Radio Texas Live with Buddy Logan.
I ain't gonna hold.
Radio Texas Live. We do have a free app, and we made it just for you. We announced earlier it's free this week, courtesy of Coetzel, as it is his birthday. He wanted everybody to make sure they get a Radio Texas Live app. So search for it in your App Store or Google Play and get it, Radio Texas Live. Also podcasts, the Buddy Logan's Air Check. All my old interviews, we're getting them up there for you. Cody Johnson, John Bauman, Randy Rogers, Wade Bowen. So many great interviews on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts at. Cool stuff. Randall King hanging out with us tonight. A lot to get to. We'll also be debuting his new single, "Hey Cowgirl," coming up. Dalton Domino on Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Randall King hanging out with us. And Randall, you had some friends step up for you recently in a time of need.
Yeah. Dalton Domino did a cover of "Another Bullet" and put it out, and he did it as a benefit to my nieces. I recently lost my sister 2 months ago.
Right.
And he did a benefit for them and raised quite a bit of money to help them out, man. And I love that dude to death, man. I've got some really, really great friends.
How awesome was that for you? You know, at a low point, when you lose your sister, you have your nieces that you got to think about. But your friends in the Texas scene, your compadres, all came together for you to help support you, and they put together that GoFundMe for your nieces.
Dude, you know that Tracy Lawrence song with Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw, "Find Out Who Your Friends Are"?
Right. Yep.
That is exactly how it felt, man. There's some real. I mean, country music's always full of real people.
Right.
You don't get fake very often, but to have that many people reach out, I mean, dude, I've still got messages I haven't even been able to go back through. Just incredible. Just so many incredible people in the scene, even up in Nashville, Texas, all of it, man. There's just incredible people all across the board that reached out with so much love.
Randall King with us. We got more coming up. It's Radio Texas Live.
RTX Live.
I still had it.
Randall King with us tonight. It's Radio Texas Live. I'm Buddy Logan. Randall, do you remember you did an acoustic show with me? Show I used to host. It was 4 years ago. It was right after my daughter was born, and she'll be 4 in September.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
I know. It's crazy. But do you remember how many people were there to watch you on a Wednesday night? It was a Wednesday night.
There was probably maybe 20 or 30.
It was 0, Randall. It was you. It
I
was
thought there
you.
was
Me.
people, well, there was people in the restaurant.
It was you, me, the wait staff, and a few bartenders. On a Wednesday
Yeah, that
night,
was a rough
though.
night.
On a Wednesday night, and I don't know for sure if that was the first time I met you. I think I knew you before then. It is.
I think that was the first time we met.
Was it the first time? It is. It's amazing. And again, this was in East Texas. You're from West Texas. Your career blossomed from West Texas. But to see you go from a Wednesday night with nobody. Nobody. I love telling the story because of where you're at now. To be now.
Oh, dude, we did a lot of those, man. We played in Commerce, Texas one time. This was about a month before we dropped the full-length record out.
Uh-huh.
We played there to we played a full band set literally to the bartenders. And we kind of looked at each other and were like, all right, well, we're going to play it like we'd play any other show. And we had like two or three people walk in. They sat down, had a beer, drank half their beer, and walked out. I was like, all right.
But how did you keep yourself going during that time? Did you ever have any doubts, or were you always like, I got this, I'm going, no doubt?
No, man. If you let look like that bother you, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
Take it in stride, keep your head down, keep trucking. I've been through a lot of adversity in my career, and being told I would never be anybody, that I would never go anywhere, that I wasn't gonna last. And I looked at all that, I laughed in his face, I took my head down, and I went to work.
Nice.
And kept grinding, and here we are today.
It's working, man.
Before COVID, we were selling out every single show, and we're gonna pick right up where we left off, man.
Radio Texas Live with Buddy Logan.
Kind of hit on this earlier, Randall, but I planned on talking about it now so we can kind of dive back into it. But much like William Clark Green's Dead or in Jail, which we talked about, and is a song you covered on your Songs That Built Me series, your song Another Bullet, the title track of your 2016 EP, and despite how well it's doing for you online now, and despite it has millions of views on YouTube and is doing great on Spotify, I still feel like it's a song that didn't get its due, but I also didn't know Garth Brooks closed out your set with him opening up for him a few weeks ago. That song should have been a big old fat radio hit. It's a slower song, but how's it go over at shows, if you still remember?
Man,
how's it go over at shows?
You know, it's funny. We were told that song wouldn't do anything on radio because of its slow intro. They told us, we need you to cut out the front half of that song, the little Spanish lick that opens it up.
Uh-huh.
And I looked at management, and management looked at me, we talked it over, and we agreed that if you have to dissect a song to make it fit, then it's not going to do justice for that song anyway. So we let the song be what it was, and it's basically just an online single. So far, it's done great. I really wish that I could have put it on radio. I know you would have played it.
I do play it. I play it on.
Oh, you do play it?
Yeah, I play it on Radio Texas Live, and I stream it on the Radio Texas Live app. I got to play it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Well,
been playing it. Yeah. Well, let's spin it. Check it out. Randall King. It's Another Bullet on Radio Texas Live. Coming up, we're going to debut Randall's new single, Hey Cowgirl.
Break on the horses.
Randall King hanging out with us tonight virtually. Randall, thank you so much for your time, man.
Absolutely, Bubba. Thank you for having me.
Oh, dude, anytime. All right, Randall, it's already amassed millions of streams on Spotify and YouTube. It's got to be reassuring releasing a song you already know is a hit to radio, right?
Yeah, man, absolutely. You know, we released She Gone, and it was real early after we released it. It was my first single to national radio, and it topped out at 30.
I didn't know it reached 30.
Out there, top 30.
I didn't know
Yes,
it reached
sir.
top 30.
Yes, sir. It kept out right at number 30. And,
That is awesome, dude. Congratulations. I had no idea.
Thank you.
No idea.
It was pretty good for a first single, man. I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, it's a great song.
And,
Should have been number one.
We've been watching the numbers between She Gone and Hey Cowgirl, and Hey Cowgirl is really blown up. For Warner, it was a no-brainer, man. They said, yeah, absolutely, Hey Cowgirl. Management, same thing. And I love the song, man. I wrote it with Bryce Long and Mark Nessler. I walked into the room to write with them that day, and they were like, dude, we got this song we've been working on, and we want to finish it with you. We think you'd be a great fit for this song. And they started out, and the first thing they did was, Hey Cowgirl. And I was like, yep. All right, I'm in, dude. It's smooth.
That is me. That's got me written all over it.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Well, let's do it. Let's debut it. Randall King. It's brand new to radio, but it's already a certified hit on YouTube and Spotify. Great new song from Randall. Hey, Cowgirl. Randall, great catching up with you. Great talking with you. Best of luck.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me in.
Brand new for the first time ever. It's Hey, Cowgirl.
Y'all be good. Stay safe. Wash your hands.
Hey, cowgirl, with your head down low,